Hello, and welcome to Oweleketv News. I am Hadiza Galadima. Thanks for joining us. And now, the news headlines. Be hopeful for a better country. Primate advises Nigerians at Easter. 15 killed in Enugu highway crash, burnt beyond recognition. Former Attorney General Bola Ajibola is dead. Angry mob attack FRSC patrol team in Bauchi, burn vehicle. Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. Now, the news in full. The Primate of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, Reverend Henry Undupuba, has urged Nigerians to be hopeful for a new Nigeria on the account of Easter. Undukuba, in an interview with newsmen in Abuja, said that God is on the side of Nigeria and that he loves the country. The Primate stated that the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ gives hopes that the heartaches and challenges of the country would not destroy it. Inukumba motivates Nigerians economically, physically, and spiritually to keep struggling. He further urged that the Christian faithful not to be afraid of the circumstances around them, but have faith in the transformative power of Christ to change their destiny for good. The cleric stated that the death was not the ultimate, saying that by the resurrection of Christ, all those who believe shall live. The Catholic Church in Area 3, Abuja, also experienced a full gathering church procession, which was presided over by Father Lawrence, who preached harmony, peace, and love as means of prosperity to the nation. The church members expresses their happiness and hopes for the nation. Our correspondent has the report on this.
Brings hope. Easter brings life. Easter brings new beginnings. Our country is in dire moments, in dire straits these days. And there are many of us who are part of the family of God's people. We ought to show our witnessing spirit as God's people. Part of the solution to our problem.
Hey you, yes you. I would like to introduce to you our daily dose of entertainment from Oweleketv. Scene one, take two, action. Hey you, yes you. I would like to introduce to you
Oweleketv, Rising Star from the Fairground. Rising Star from the Fairground. Rising Star from the Fairground. Rising Star from Rising Star from.
All right, my name is Ephraim Andy. I think generally what I would want to say concerning the Easter this year is that there's a huge, large number of turn-up, right? You know, there was this kind of anticipation. We were, you know, afraid that, you know, if the cashless policy was going to continue, it will kind of affect the celebration. But God having it his own way, God worked it out. And as you can see, many people were here last night. In fact, the night came into today. In fact, some of us left here 2 o'clock. Some even left even after 2 o'clock. But majority of them still came back, just as you see me now. So that means that there is joy in it. We are celebrating the resurrection of Christ. He is our hope. And we believe that with him, there is hope even in Nigeria. Even with the current situation in Nigeria, we believe that there is hope, right? For him to have overcome death means a lot to we Christians, particularly as a Catholic, okay? Because I believe in the death of our Lord Jesus, and I also believe in his resurrection. I don't know of other persons, but for me, I believe in his death and I believe in resurrection. And I also believe that his resurrection, okay, has brought me plenty of hope, and that I'm hopeful for my family, for my own endeavor, and for Nigeria and the whole world.
The Easter, because Jesus is resurrected from the dead, and we are all happy that today we are celebrating our Jesus.
I'm happy about the celebration of Easter. It's a story of resurrection of Jesus Christ, a story of redemption of humanity. So that is my experience of Easter, and I'm happy about it. And I hope everybody will tell this story of salvation.
While the spokesman of the FRSC, Assistant Corps Marshal BC Kasim, confirmed the accidents of all 15 occupants of a Toyota bus who were killed and burned beyond recognition on Saturday when the bus had a head-on collision with a Mercedes truck on the Port Harcourt Enugu highway. In a statement issued on Sunday in Abuja, Kasim stated that the accident took place at the Enugu end of the highway about 8:20 p.m., adding that the victims have been given mass burial and all obstructions has been cleared. Enugu State Fire Service already extinguished the fire on the bus. He noted that the deadly crash is blamable on several factors, including fatigue, which must have made one of the drivers sleep on the wheels. Kazim quoted the FRSC Corps Marshal, Mr. Dauda Biu, as advising motorists to discontinue night journeys to reduce fatalities from the road crashes. He added that Biu noted that most fleet operators and other vehicle owners, including private vehicle owners, are addicted to night journeys for selfish economic gains. The FRSC boss observed that most night travelers indulge in the overloading of vehicles with passengers and goods. Kazim advises that travelers should plan their journeys for the daytime because when crashes occur away from FRSC rescue points, it is difficult to access help from other motorists at night. Now over to the Justice Department, where Ajibola, who was also a former Attorney General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, passed on in the early hours of Sunday. A former judge of the International Court of Justice at The Hague in the Netherlands, the founder of Crescent University, Abeokuta, died at the age of 89 after a long term of illness as a result of old age. The elder son of the late jurist, Seun Ajibola, SAN, disclosed this in a statement on Sunday in Abeokuta. He stated, with a very deep, heavy heart and gratitude to Almighty Allah, and prayed for his dad, Prince Bola Ajibola, who departed this world over midnight. He prayed that Almighty Allah bless him with Al-Jannah to Firdaus. The head of Mass Communication Department at Crescent University, Abeokuta, Dr. Kola Adeshina, also affirmed Ajibola's death in a statement, saying it is true. He passed on during the night. And we will be going on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back and thanks for being with us. An angry mob on Friday afternoon attacked a patrol team of the Bauchi State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Commission (FRSC) on the Bara-Gombe Road. Though the details of the attack were vague at the time of filing this report, a first-hand information reported by RS 12.515 Bara unit of the Sector Command disclosed that the attack occurred at about 3:05 p.m. According to the FRSC, the patrol team had an encounter with a Mitsubishi Pajero with registration number BAU 976HB. He stated that as a result of the encounter, the patrol vehicle was set ablaze and was burnt completely. He added that the offenders had been arrested and under police custody. And now over to the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board (JAMB) has announced a new date for the commencement of the 2023 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME). The board disclosed this in a statement signed by its Head of Public Affairs and Protocol, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, in Abuja on Sunday. Benjamin said the UTME, which was earlier scheduled to begin on April 29th, would now start on April 25, 2023. He stated that the board would hold its scheduled mock UTME on April 18, 2023. It will be recalled that JAMB had earlier conducted its 2023 mock UTME on Thursday, March 30th, in 725 centers across the country. However, the activities ran into some technical snags in some centers, thereby denying some candidates the opportunity to sit for the examination. The board's mock examination was designed for the purpose of testing its preparedness and that of its partner for the UTME, as well as giving prospective candidates the opportunity to have heads-on experience in the CBT test environment. It is therefore in order to give those candidates who are unable to sit for the examination owing to no fault of theirs the opportunity to take the mock examination have been rescheduled to hold on Tuesday, April 18th. Benjamin therefore said the result of the candidates who successfully took the mock exam on March 30th has been released. He also said the board had brought forward the conduct of its 2023 UTME, which was earlier scheduled to hold from Saturday, April 29th to Tuesday, April 25th. The adjustment in the date of the UTME was to accommodate some other major and critical national assignments. By so doing, the board hopes that no citizen will be denied the opportunity to exercise their civil responsibilities. Yet another factor is the need to accommodate those institutions with stable academic calendars to resume as scheduled. He countered that the board would continue to partner with the appropriate agencies of the government to ensure that its candidate got the best. He said the board also solicits the understanding of all as it delivers on its critical mandates. And now over to Enugu State, where the governor-elect, Mr. Peter Ndubisi Mba, feels threatened as the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) had denied issuing the discharge certificate he submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission to contest the Enugu governorship election. INEC had declared Peter Mba of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) as winner of the Enugu State governorship election, beating his closest rival and candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Chijioke Edeoga. There had been a rumor that the Enugu State Governor-elect, Mr. Peter Ndubisi Mba, falsified the NYSC certificate he submitted to INEC. The certificate cited by Osun Reporters correspondent shows Mr. Peter Ndubisi Mba has completed his NYSC in 2003. But in a response to an inquiry made by Mary Inoma Elijah on behalf of Omas and Partners, the NYSC said the certificate bearing Peter Ndubisi Mba was not issued by the body. The correspondent stated that the NYSC certificate belonging to Peter Ndubisi Mba with certificate number A808297 forwarded for verification was not issued by the board. And now we'll be going for a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break and thanks for staying with us. An estimate of about 21 billion naira is needed to completely restore the National Stadium in Lagos State, which was deserted for 17 years before the ongoing work started 2 years ago. Minister of Sport Sunday Dare, who made this known on Friday in Lagos, added that 80% of the job has been done with the short resources that came courtesy of Ajibola Kensington through the Adopt a Pitch initiative of the Ministry of Sport. Dare added that 1 year was lost to COVID-19 during the period and was able to still make impact. 10 sponsors were needed and only one was gotten. The budget for each stadium is not enough to maintain it. The story of the Surulere Stadium is depressing because all the cables were stolen and made the structure completely dead, such that it has to start from ground zero. Now the scoreboard is back, the pitch is back with water sprinklers working, and the tartan tracks are 80% ready. The sports minister complimented the efforts of Kensington and Aliko Dangote, who partnered with the ministry to restore the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, which was abandoned for 13 years. The Benue State Governor Samuel Otom has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to match his words with action by deploying more troops to halt the killings in the state. More than 134 people have been gruesomely murdered by the alleged Fulani herdsmen in the villages in Benue State in the last 5 days across the 3 local government areas of Otukpo, Apa, and Guma. Governor Otom spoke on Saturday, April 8, 2023, when he paid a condolence visit to the Ungba community in Yev Council Ward of Guma local government area, where 36 people, including internally displaced persons, were allegedly killed by Fulani herdsmen on Friday night, April 7, 2023, while over 40 people were injured in the attack. The governor depicted the attack as heinous and cowardly for the ravaging herdsmen who have continued to kill innocent Benue indigenes without any incitement. He said the president should not just stop at mourning with the families of the grieving, but also direct security agencies to go all out to arrest the Fulani militia who had made life agonizing for the people of the state. He stated that the time has come for the president to act fast beyond words and with substantial actions to end the killings. Governor Otom, however, appealed to the community and its leaders to continue to be law-abiding, but also be watchful at all times so as to be able to ward off any assailants. The governor also visited the Benue State University Teaching Hospital, Makurdi, where those who were injured in the unprovoked dastard attack are receiving medical treatment. Speaking to journalists after going around the wards where the wounded were hospitalized, Governor Otom lamented the mindless killings by the ravaging invaders. The district head of Yev, His Royal Highness Bernard Shawa, who lost a son and a daughter in the attack, recollected how the assailant stormed his community at about 9 p.m. on Friday night and began shooting sporadically, killing and wounding the innocent. He said the victims were mostly those already displaced from their ancestral lands and were taking refuge in a primary school near his home. Mueta Yaref, who also spoke on behalf of Teguma, His Royal Highness Dennis Shambaga, expresses deep shock over the unprovoked killing of his subjects by the armed herdsmen. He appealed to Governor Otom not to be disheartened by this part of renewed attacks on their community, but also urged President Buhari to send more troops to the agitated spot to end the killings. It will be recalled that on Monday, April 3, 2023, the Fulani herdsmen allegedly launched an attack on the Ikobi community of Apa local government area, killing 47 people, including a traditional ruler who was killed alongside with some of his subjects. Also on Wednesday, April 5th, the herdsmen invaders unleashed devastation on the Umogidi community in the Tekpa Council Ward of Otukpo local government area, where they allegedly massacred another 51 persons in the community. Reverend Williams Okoye, the General Overseer of the All Christian Fellowship Mission, has re-emphasized the need to reevaluate the leadership recruitment process in the country. He made the call while addressing newsmen in Abuja on Easter Sunday. He expressed that the recruitment process determined the quality of leaders that could materialize. The way leadership is constructed has to do a lot with the kind of leadership we'll have eventually. He noted that if the process is wrong, the nation will end up having the wrong leaders and vice versa. But if the process is right, we will have the best possible kind of leaders that will move the nation forward. He expressed his pain that the nation has always done it the wrong way and advised that people should keep trusting God because he is hearing and seeing the heartaches of Nigerians. Somehow, through the power of resurrection, God will turn things around for the good of our nation. The cleric, however, admonished Nigerians not to lose hope, saying that the triumph of evil over good will always be temporal. The truth could not be buried, no matter what, adding that at the appropriate time, it will resurrect on the celebration of Easter. The General Overseer stated that through the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, salvation has been offered to all. And that's all the news on Oweleketv News today. Do follow our social media handles displayed on your screen for inquiries and advertisements. I am Hadiza Galadima. Thanks for staying with us. Do stay safe and see you next time.